Hi, I'm Sophie and welcome to my world. Well, I recently celebrated my birthday and my sister Freda, who is an amazing artist and maybe you've seen in some of my videos, has made me the most adorable birthday gift ever. It's this little tin, and when you open it up, it's actually a photo album. Isn't this great? So I was so inspired by this photo album that I thought I would show you how to make it. And I'm going to show you how to make one right now. For this project, you will need colored cardstock, pictures, scissors, glue stick, a small tin or container, pens, a circle template, ruler, circle cutter, and hot glue. First thing we have to do is we have to make our template. So I'm just going to use one of these pieces of paper here. And basically the thing about it is that our template needs to be smaller than this circle because we need it to go inside here. It actually needs to be about the size of this in here. See that circle in there? Now, I was lucky enough to find this great cup that is about the right size, and so I'm going to be using this. But if you didn't have a cup like this, what you could do is take your circle and cut it, but cut it in about 1.5 inches. And I'm going to show you what I mean, but then I'm going to be using my cup for the rest of what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to take the bottom, because that's the smallest, and I'm going to trace it around like this. And then I'm actually going to be cutting in about 1/4 to 1/2 inch here. I want to make sure that I'm cutting on the inside when I do this. And that's about the right size. And the reason that you want it to be a little bit smaller is because you're going to be adding these little tabs, and the tabs are going to give you a little extra, and you don't want it to get caught. So you do want to make sure that your circle that you're using for your template is smaller than your actual tin. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my circle template here, and I'm going to draw the first circle. So I'm just going to trace around here like that. Then I'm going to use my ruler, and I'm going to line it up right in the center there, and I'm going to draw straight down. And then I'm just going to take my circle and line it up right at the end to end there, and draw another circle around. Then go end to end and draw another circle around. Now I'm only going to make mine 3. You could make it 4 if you wanted to, but I'm going to make mine 3. That's what I found to be the perfect size. And I'm going to cut this out here. This is going to be my template. So I'm going to cut around here. Now, when I get to this part, do you see where there is that line? I want to follow the line so that I get a little tab in between, just like that. It's funny because it's kind of an optical illusion. When you see it with the line drawn through it, it doesn't look like there's a tab, but watch, when you turn this over, you'll see the tab. Okay, there we go. And you flip it over, do you see the tab? So you get like 1, 2, 3. It kind of looks like beads on a necklace. So this is going to be your template. And you're going to use this to trace on your paper. And I'm going to be using 5 different colors. So I would trace it just like this. And I'm only going to be needing 1 of each color. But I've got them traced out so you could just see how it works. So these are my templates on my paper. And then I cut out 1 of each so that I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Now the other thing that I'm going to need for my project here is I'm going to need a strip, because what's going to happen is when you pull this out, you want to be able to pull the whole last picture out. And so I'm going to be making kind of like an accordion strip. So for my accordion strip, I'm going to take whatever color paper I'm going to use as my beginning color, which in this case is going to be this dark color. And I'm going to use my ruler, and I'm going to make it as thick as my ruler. and I'm going to make it about 6 inches. So measure up, and 6 inches is right about there. And then I'm just going to fan fold at about 1 inch. All the way up, like that. Now this is where I'm going to be using my fabulous handy dandy hot glue. I'm going to hot glue this into here eventually. Right for now though, I'm going to put all my pieces together first. So I'm going to have that sitting off to the side. I'm going to start with piece number 1. All I'm going to do is take some of this fabulous, wonderful glue stick and place it all over my first circle. All over. And then I'm going to take my next color, which is going to be this one, and I place my circle right on top of my circle. Now, one thing you do want to try to make sure you do, because it's very, very important, is keep this lined up. So keep your line going. Keep your line straight. Try to keep it going straight across. So that was number 1. We're going to repeat this for all 5 pieces. So lots of glue, making sure that's nice and solid. So now you can see we've got basically what looks like a caterpillar, all lined up. And what we're going to do is fold circle to circle. So circle to circle, then fold back circle to circle, fold forward circle to circle, fold back circle to circle. So now you have this great accordion. See that? Is that fun? Now this is where we're going to take some hot glue and we're going to add this right here on the end. I'm going to cut off this little piece where I didn't fan fold it correctly, like that. Now one of the things that I'm also going to do here is I'm going to add a little circle over top. So using my template here, right, because I don't need this template anymore, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut right there, kind of just cut off the end part there and cut off the end part there. This is going to be like a little stop gap that I'm going to end up placing right there to make sure that it stays nice and solid. So using my hot glue, I'm going to hot glue, and I'm going to place the hot glue right in the center. And then I'm going to take my fabulous little handy dandy circle and I'm going to hot glue it on top. This is going to make sure that it stays and doesn't pull out. Like that. Now we take this end, the loose end, and we're going to glue this into our fabulous, wonderful tin. Just going to take that hot glue, put it in there, and glue it right on in. Now I'm going to use that circle, that second circle, to make sure that this stays in and solid. So I'm just going to put lots and lots of hot glue on here and place it in there, and that's going to keep that nice and solid. So this isn't going to go anywhere. And as you can see how it needs that. It needs to be able to pull out that way. So you go like this. If you didn't have this, you wouldn't get to see the last pictures. So you really want to make sure that you have that little accordion fold at the end. Now you're ready to add your pictures. And this is the fun part, and this is where you can have so much fun. So I've got all these cute little pictures, and I printed these on the computer so they'd be made out of paper. And I've got this great, fabulous hole punch that's about the perfect size. But, you know, you can always cut these by hand if you want. So there's my mom, and I'm just going to take my circle hole punch, and I'm just going to get a cute picture of my mom, like that. And then using my fabulous, wonderful glue stick, I'm going to put my mom's picture in here. The thing about this is that you can really get creative with this in that you can put, you know, a storyline together. Okay, so make sure, the one thing you do want to make sure is that you are always doing your pictures in the same up and down mode. You know, like, so here's the box. It opens up this way, so you want to make sure that your picture is going up and down in the right direction. Although you can, you know, angle them and do kinds of fun stuff with them. And then you can add some stickers and have fun and just go into town with all the cute little things that you can add to this. I love my mom, so she's my superstar. So I'm going to give her stars because she's super. And then I'm going to give her a heart because I love her so much. Well, and you can see I can just keep going, and I can even write little messages in here if I want to, or I can add, you know, little phrases, or I could even write a story that could go from one end to the next. Really do it any way that you want to. But then you'll see this just goes back in here like that, and then you put that on top like that, and you open it up, and you've got your beautiful story. So let me just show you quickly one that's all finished, just so you can get an idea. You'll see my family in a can. And let me just do one real quick thing for you, which is to measure this and tell you that this tin is 3 inches. So I'm going to give you a template for a 3-inch tin on the website. You can just download that and use it if that's easier for you than making your own template. Okay, so here we go. As you can see, boop, 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 it opens up just like this. And you can glue this side in too if you want to. As you can see, this is my whole family. So once you're all done, you would take your last picture and you would just glue it in to place. And there you have it, a tin that is actually a photo album. Now, I hope you get inspired by this because I just think that this is the most incredible craft because it can be anything. It could be filled with little words of inspiration for somebody that you love, or it could be filled with funny pictures, or it could be filled with a story that goes from circle to circle to circle. Really, it's your imagination. That's the limit on this one. And also, I did want to show you that you don't have to just stop and have a naked tin. You can decorate it up any way that you like. So make sure that you check out all of those little bits of your imagination because this is one of those projects that can let it run wild. For more fun ideas, check us out at sophie-world.com, and a big shout out to my sister Freda, who gave me the best birthday present ever.